Hey, how's it going, everybody? KG Chaos here. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 different features that should be in No Man's Sky. Now, this is a part 2 to a part 1 that I made about a week ago. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, thought it was helpful, or anything in between, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it greatly if you do. If you'd like to support me further, I'm an up-and-coming author of the sci-fi fantasy genre, focusing heavily on sci-fi, fantasy, and apocalyptic stories. So if you guys are into reading, thought about getting into it recently, I'll leave a link down in the description below to my Amazon author account so you guys can check out my bookshelf and all of the things I have written. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, we've all run into this issue to where we go into a space station and it puts us on the very front landing pad. Now, this is actually quite annoying because it happens like 90% of the time, and then it leaves us stuck with having to run all the way to the merchants, which, yes, isn't the end of the world, but it would be nice if the player ships were prioritized to land at the very back landing pads if they were open. Because yes, I know in multiplayer, like if you're in a system with a lot of other players, there could already be people down in there. But if you're in a system by yourself, you're just playing solo, the NPCs do not spawn until you actually go into the space station and land. So it doesn't make any sense why we don't land back here just by default. It just would be a lot nicer if they would kind of fix this to where we actually land back here. Like I said, not the end of the world, but it would be a betterment of life fix that a lot of players, I think, would appreciate. Next on the list is going to be power plants. Now, once you guys land on a planet and you use your scanner, you can find electromagnetic sites to where you can build kind of a power plant to be able to power your base. But the downside of this is you have to make your base right near it, so you're able, or within the actual build zone of your base computer, so you're able to actually benefit from that power, because you can't transfer it around the map at all. So you have to kind of stay close. The only way you can transfer it is if you actually build like multiple bases in between the power plant and your main base that you're trying to build, to be able to stretch a electrical cord over there. It's the only way to do it, and it's just dumb in general. So I really wish they would add something to let you build these anywhere on a planet, and then put down some type of like transfer device at the power plant and then also at your base, so you can transfer that power no matter where you're at on that planet. But hopefully someday they do that, because it is quite annoying to have to build right on those, because sometimes they're not in the best sites to build. Next is going to be freighter battles. Now, what is the point of all of these actual freighter cannons and just regular laser cannons, the dozens of them that are on your actual freighter, that just become pointless after you accept a pirate frigate or a freighter, or just a regular freighter? Like, they don't do anything. Like, even when you go into a battle, you go into a system and there's either a pirate attacking the regular civilian freighters, or if it's just a regular freighter being attacked by hostiles, you can't even warp in or spawn in your actual freighter to help. So all these laser cannons and just the freighter cannons, they're just useless. Like, the system is there for them to be shot and to be used, like it's already in the game, but you can't use it. So I don't really understand why we can't have like freighter battles yet, or be able to just at least warp them in to help us during these battles. So hopefully that does get addressed in the future, because it is kind of just a glorified cosmetic just to have a freighter, because they don't even do anything after you accept them and they become part of your fleet. So hopefully someday that is fixed. Next is, why can't we use our actual pets that we adopt throughout the game to help us in like battles on planets, like against sentinels or things like that? Now, yes, I know there is certain things that are added to kind of help you during these types of fighting events, but a lot of creatures in the game are aggressive by nature, such as the biological horror, which is highly aggressive and will attack you if it sees you. But whenever you spawn it in when you're fighting sentinels, it kind of just runs around with its head cut off, and it just sits there and just scouts ahead. It's like the sentinels aren't even there for it. So it'd be kind of nice if these actual predator or aggressive type creatures, because even on their little tab whenever you're looking at your menu, it even says that they're aggressive if that's the way you want to make it, but they don't show that at all. Next, I mean, this is just common sense for the actual sentinel dogs that you can own. The regular sentinel dogs, they shoot lasers at you and can do damage, but when you have one, it doesn't really do anything. It just runs around, does the same thing as all the other pets, but doesn't have the laser, which again, it's already in the game, so why can't it also be on your pet, at least the sentinel dog, because that would just make sense of being able to do it. but instead, whenever you're in a battle with it, it just kind of just runs away with its tail between its legs. So hopefully this is kind of addressed in the future. I know you can spawn in the AI controlled Monitor, and it'll help you with its variety of different weaponry that it has, but it is kind of finicky if you watch it like move around and things like that. Like it's not really the best animation. Like, it's still really cool to have and sit there and fight with, but the animation is kind of wonky sometimes. So hopefully they address it to where you can have more things helping you than just the Minotaur. Next is going to be being able to craft our own multi-tools. Now, this has been something that players have wanted for a very long time. There are so many different types of multi-tools you can have in this game, so I really do hope they add this feature at some point. I know it is in some aspects, because there are just so many different types of weaponry that we can have, such as the Atlantid weapons. We can have staves. We can also have alien multi-tools. We can also have royal multi-tools, and also sentinel multi-tools, which is there's a few other ones as well, but those are just the most known ones that people use. And again, yes, we can create our own staffs, but I don't really see many people using this feature, just because once you get the Atlas staff, which a lot of people have now with the re-release of the Omega update, no one really uses these. So it's kind of like a feature that no one uses, that they could easily incorporate, being able to create our own multi-tool, because a lot of people will either use that Atlas staff, or they will use a multi-tool they like the most instead of creating their own staff, because they do kind of look weird. And me, I'm very specific about the look of things that I use in anything, real life or in games. So hopefully we can get customized multi-tools eventually in the near future. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave down in the comment section below what you guys think that we are missing in the game that I haven't hit on in this video or part 1 of this video. And also, if you guys want to join my Discord, where I can help you a lot quicker and in a more timely manner than being able to respond to you on YouTube, I'll leave my Discord down in the description below, so you can easily find it. I have a lot of different channels there you guys can go through. Also, I will leave, like I said, a link to my Amazon author bookshelf down in the description. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.